Just a disclaimer, this video talks about things of predatory nature involving minors. If you're not comfortable with such topics, please do not hesitate to click away from this video. Thank you. Hello everyone, it's Alythia here with a very serious video. Before I get into the details, please do not send any hate to the people I talk about in this video, especially the minors that are mentioned. I will not be providing their names, but in case you know them personally, please understand that they could be victims as well. Over the course of the past few days, I have noticed this Woozen by the name of DementedBeauty going around Woozworld. They're always surrounded by a few particular people, and they're always getting into arguments about their past and being overall extremely aggressive. I do not know how that all started, but I could see what was being said in real time, which is what pushed me to make this video. This DementedBeauty person admitted to dating a minor who was 14 years old at the time, while they themselves were about 18 or 19. This person is currently allegedly 22. It used to be in their bio, but a lot of people claimed that this could be an alt account of another problematic Woozen who has claimed to be the exact same age for over 5 years. Again, this is all alleged. I'm simply reporting on what I have read and what I have seen with my own eyes. Once I share with you guys the basic details of the situation, I will show you some of the screenshots that I have taken myself as proof for what I am claiming in this video, and I will also use some other screenshots that were sent to me by other Woozens who decided to help me, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank them for the help once again. Apart from the very obvious issue of a person admitting to illegal things involving minors on a game that is mainly targeted at minors, this person can also be seen constantly interacting with a few people who have publicly stated that they are under 18, that is mostly in their bio, and their ages range from 15 to 16 mostly, with the occasional 20-plus-year-old around them at the same time. These people can be seen defending DementedBeauty regardless of what is being said about her or by her. This is extremely worrying because it seems as though DementedBeauty has managed to make these minors think that what they have done in the past is okay, since they seem to defend her so fiercely despite knowing that it is actually illegal. You will see them make comments such as, "He was okay with it," and "he consented," when it is very widely known that minors under law cannot consent. Again, I just want to mention that I will not be sharing the minors' usernames to protect their privacy, and I will also say this again, do not send hate to them, do not send hate to DementedBeauty. This is strictly an awareness video in order to protect other people from becoming a potential victim. This isn't made with the intent to slander them, and it also isn't made with intent to hold them accountable ourselves. After all, we are not a judge, we're not in a court. All I'm doing is letting you guys know that this is a very dangerous individual, and especially if you're a minor, you should not interact with them because of their past. I have seen some of the people that they hang around with say that they have changed, that they're no longer doing those things, that they're a new person, and all of that stuff. And you know what? I hope that is the case. However, with the things that other Woozens have said about this person, the fact that she could be another potential predator that has made a different account, also the fact that her account is rather new, it's about 10 days old at the time that I'm recording this, and it's also like just very, very worrying the fact that some people claim that this person has said that they're 21 several years in a row, which obviously no sane person would do. I think it is also very interesting, or stupid rather, that this person, DementedBeauty, is having these people fight their battles without really caring about how that may affect them. These are minors. They're most likely looking up to this person, and they're taking advantage of that completely. It just proves that DementedBeauty doesn't really have their best wishes in mind, and they're not as responsible and as mature as they claim to be, or as they should be, for a 20-something-year-old. Like I said, another thing that I just noticed is that their account at the time of this recording is about 10 days old, which is pretty new, and it's very odd as well. And it's not only that, but if you go to their profile, you can see that their boyfriend there is brand new to the game as well, and his account was made only 9-ish days ago. Again, very, very odd. This could potentially imply that they're trolls, but I think that no matter the explanation, It is very worrisome that people engage with them. It's very worrisome that they're actually getting other minors to talk to them and to hang out with them all the time. DementedBeauty has shared their thoughts on how minors can consent and how the 14-year-old boy was okay with it. Like I mentioned, their friends are defending this, and they think that perhaps they're old enough to make such decisions. Maybe they think that they're grown up, but we all know the reality. We all know that the legal age of adulthood is 18 for a reason, and we know why that is. There is a reason that psychology says that our brains develop until we are about 25 years old. So I feel like 18 is the smallest requirement there could be for a voting age, for any kind of inappropriate stuff, all of that. It just makes sense. Another thing that I would like to point out is that DementedBeauty claims that they were in an online relationship, but they still sent pictures to each other, which means that at some point DementedBeauty was in possession of CP, and they could potentially still be, I don't know, but that is another crime that they're guilty of. Now that I have presented all of the information to you, I think it's time to look at some of the screenshots that we have to support the claims that I, along with other Woozens, are making. The first screenshot that I want to show you is the one that I believe is the most damning one, it's the most important one, and it is the screenshot where DementedBeauty admits to having a relationship with a 14-year-old while they were 18 and above. This screenshot was sent to me by two lovely people who were kind enough to help me with this video, and I will put their names and characters on screen right now. I'm sorry, I don't want to mispronounce their names. That is the only reason I'm not going to say it out loud. But again, thank you so much. In the screenshot, DementedBeauty explains the situation. Quote, "And she keeps telling everyone about how I did stuff with a 14-year-old in my past. And I tried explaining that I regret and I changed, but she wants to have it her way. She wants everyone to hate me because she is toxic." End quote. My first thought after reading this is, why do you think that someone is doing this and that makes them toxic? You know, like I feel like they're doing us a service by telling us that you're a creep. I also think it's pretty telling that DementedBeauty thinks that the only reason that someone would be sharing this is out of spite and to be toxic. It's like they don't realize how fucked up the thing that they have done is. It's just out of their mind. They probably genuinely believe that they're a different person. I will now show you guys a bunch of screenshots that I took yesterday, last night to be exact, at about 11 p.m. Central European time, because I was blessed enough to have DementedBeauty pop into the units that I was in. I will not be reading these screenshots out loud just because there are so many of them, but if you want to read them all, you can pause the video and read them at your own pace. I will only mention that I think it's interesting that some people claim that she is Liz 2.0. That is another very problematic Woozen. They're also known for being a predator and having really weird things to say to people. I don't know if they're still playing. I don't know if their accounts are still active at all. So maybe one of you can let me know, but it did make an impression on me that people were comparing Sarah, or DementedBeauty, to Liz. I am planning on making an AlbumZ on my Woozin page where I will post all of these screenshots so that you guys can see them. And if someone ends up sending me more proof meanwhile, I will also upload it there so that it's all updated and it's all in one place. Yeah, of course, if you guys have any information, please send it to me. We need to do right by the players of Woozworld. With all of the screenshots out of the way, with all of the commentary so far and details out of the way, I think it's important for me to share how I feel about this and why. Again, let me remind you, please do not send any hate towards this person and anyone else involved. It is not our place to do so, and it is not a mature thing to do. Leave that in the hands of the Woozworld team. leave that in the hands of anyone else involved, like authority-wise, if there is anyone, and that's about it. For the sake of this part of the video, I will not be using Alythia. I will be using me as a person, because I don't want my character to take away from my words. So, what do I believe? I believe that if you're once an addict, for the sake of the argument, let's say you're once an addict, you would not be hanging out in a place where people do drugs. Like, you would not be in an environment that would push you to go back to your old habits. So how is this any different? Why is this person here in a game that is mainly for teenagers and minors? Why do they think that it's okay to just come back here and pretend that nothing ever happened? Being a predator is not something that just happens once. Being a predator is not just something random that will just go away on its own. It's something that people need to work with. And the best way for them to get better is to remove themselves from the situation that pushed them to do what they did. DementedBeauty is doing the exact opposite of that. And they want us to believe that they're different. They want us to believe that they're a changed person and no longer a threat to anyone around them. They must think of us as so gullible that we would fall for this. But we won't, and this is why I'm making this video. DementedBeauty, if you're watching this, get help. Go somewhere, but not in Woozworld, okay? This is not your place. And you might think that I'm harsh in saying this, but you have no fucking place in a game that is made for minors when you're already prone to doing those things and you have a past doing that. I genuinely hope that Woozworld watches this video and bans your account and any other account that you make from the same IP address, because you are a danger to the people around you. And shame on you for using other minors to fight your battles and using other minors to defend you. You are disgusting, and if you think that you will find your place in this community, you're dead wrong. I have dealt with people like you. I have been a victim of people like you, and I will not stay silent, especially when I can help it. I will keep alerting people of the shit that you've done, and I will not stay silent. Find another game. Find a game that is suitable for adults. Find a game that is not mainly occupied by minors. If you really cared about your friends, you would not be putting them in a dangerous situation. Recognize your faults, recognize your issues, and stop dragging other people into your mess. If any one of DementedBeauty's friends is watching this, please think for yourself. There is a reason that people who have done similar things are in prison. There is a reason that these things are illegal, literally everywhere in the world. Don't be naive. Don't trust this person. Protect yourself. You will find more friends. You will find better friends. Don't go down a bad road because of one person on an online game. If you have made it this far, thank you. I hope you take my message to heart. It is not coming from a bad place. It's coming from a worried place, because I don't want what happened to me to happen to anybody else, no matter how severe. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Alythia out.